Alright guys, Dave here. We're going to do a quick genetic spotlight today on genetic stripe. Alright guys, so the first one here is going to be our regular genetic stripe. Now this one is het for Gentic. So, but you'll notice most genetic stripes do get pretty brown. But they do have the bold stripe that goes on some of them all the way from tail to snoot. And then other ones, it gets a little broken up here in spots. Stripe. Genetic stripe is a recessive gene. It is not two genes that are allelic together. So with this, you do need to have either a het genetic stripe or a visual genetic stripe, two visual genetic stripe pairing. So now I'm going to show you a couple other combos that go well with genetic stripe. Now this here is a pastel genetic stripe. Now again, you'll see the bold stripe that goes from tail all the way up to the back of the head. It is broken in a couple places, but it is otherwise pretty solid. The pastel does bring in some of the yellows, but of course, as pastel does over time, it does darken and brown out. Now I'm sure with better pairings and really trying to punch in that pastel, you could definitely line breed it enough to probably get some of the color to stay. But this is standard for pastel genetic stripe. Now here is another two gene genetic stripe. This would be the banana genetic stripe. As you can see with the banana, you got a couple of the speckling spots, very yellow. It also brings in some purples along the dorsal here. And again, as you could see, that dorsal stripe, very bright, very yellow. And it goes all the way down this snake. So banana works very well with genetic stripe in my opinion. And last but certainly not least is this beautiful 3-gene genetic stripe. Now this here is it is a pastel lesser genetic stripe. This girl does weigh in at about 600 grams. And you could see the bold outline over about 70% of the stripe. But it does go all the way from the back of the head, all the way down, a little break up here, all the way back down to the tail. Now the idea for me with these combos, really, I can't wait to get a Gentic in it. It's going to look really good. I want to put some of the banana in with the lesser and the pastel. I think that would look really good. And I'd like to really try and punch up the pastel as much as I can. I really think that we could bring out the colors much more if we continue to breed in the pastel and get in some really nice bright yellows. Maybe even add yellow belly or vanilla. I think would be really great for this combo. But of course, being that this is a recessive trait, that does make this a project. And of course, bringing in all those additional genes does mean bringing in some hets and breeding those hets into, the yellow belly and everything else. And then back to someone like this, or like that banana male, to get those colors to pop and bring out the genetic stripe. Alright ladies and gentlemen, so that's it. Genetic stripe, real quick and easy. I mean, what I really think is great is we have the opportunity here for Gentic genetic stripes, banana Gentic. We can put lesser in there and really see what kind of combos we can make with what we actually have. We do have two males and technically two males and 3 females. I'm not sure if we're going to keep the pastel girl long term. I think bringing the pastel lesser in was kind of the move to move her out and bring in a different one. However, you can never have enough females, so it really depends. We'll probably just keep her around. But what would be nice is, like I said, get yellow belly or vanilla or something in there to really punch that color in there. Maybe an orange dream genetic stripe down the road. Or then we can even play with something dark and see what maybe a black pastel or a clown genetic stripe. Something like that would be phenomenal. But again, being that these are recessives, this does take a while. All these projects are geared to take 2-3 years at a time. Thankfully, we do have currently a female double het genetic stripe axanthic. She is proven for both those genes. And then we have the male I showed you in the very beginning, the large male. He is a normal genetic stripe axanthic or het for axanthic, and also proven for that gene. So we have them 2 breeding this year. We hope to get double recessive visuals, and then from there, just add in whatever else we can to the group. So I hope you enjoyed this little bit of a quick genetic spotlight. It's one I've wanted to do for about 10 days, and of course, with everything going on, it took me quite a while to get this done, but hopefully it was good. Got you any information you're interested in. And if you'd like more information, more pictures, or anything, please feel free to give me a shout. I'll always be glad to take more pictures, more videos, or do a little bit more of a write-up on it. So thanks again, everybody. Have a fantastic evening.